won't be seeing Kanan Jarrus in Star Wars anymore. What's up guys, Siege of Clones here. Today we're going to be talking about Kanan Jarrus. More specifically, the voice actor Freddie Prinze Jr. expressing his concerns of returning as the Jedi Knight in future Star Wars projects. So let's get into it. Voice actor Freddie Prinze Jr. has popped up in other places besides Star Wars Rebels, those examples being The Bad Batch in Season 1 and Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Freddie Prinze Jr. revealed that he was forced to return to Star Wars after Rebels concluded in 2018. When asked about returning to a voice younger version of his Rebels character, Kanan Jarrus, in Season 1 of The Bad Batch, Prinze Jr. went on to say, "I didn't necessarily want to. I feel like every time you hear Kanan's voice since Star Wars Rebels ended, it really kind of dilutes his impact. When it comes to his vocal cameo in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, he stated he didn't want to do that either. He was asked as a favor, and he feels like all of Lucasfilm's favors are now used up." When it comes to Kanan, I completely disagree with Freddie Prinze Jr. I don't think Kanan coming back over and over dilutes his impact whatsoever. When it comes to The Bad Batch Season 1, it was awesome to see Kanan return in that aspect of how things happen to him when it comes to Order 66. So seeing him then, in my opinion, it did not dilute his impact whatsoever. When it comes to The Rise of Skywalker and his vocal cameo, I disagree there as well, as I feel he is one of the most important Jedi when it comes to the Star Wars franchise. So hearing him in the movie, along with other Jedi, was pretty cool, and I feel it was needed. The actor for Kanan Jarrus would go on to elaborate on his Rise of Skywalker cameo, saying, "They called me and asked if I was down to do some Kanan stuff, and I'm always down to help out my family over there. And I went in, and Matthew Wood was doing the sound design. He's also the voice of every droid from that Roger Roger. That's Wood. It was just him in the room. And then J.J. Abrams came in and kind of broke down the scene, said what was going on, and I'm pretty sure that we all read the same speech, and then they just kind of pulled what they wanted from that speech. And they didn't tell anyone like who was going to get in and who wasn't. They just wanted to have a bunch of different Jedi, so I'm sure there were some other voices in there as well that may not have made it, but I didn't even know until the movie came out. So I will say it is kind of disappointing that he came in to film a whole speech, and it sounds like they took certain parts of it from what we see in the movie. I feel like it would have been better if Lucasfilm, or J.J. Abrams, had told him what specific part he was going to have played in The Rise of Skywalker. I feel like communication is a huge thing in the world, especially when it comes to things like this. And with all that said, you may be wondering, is Kanan Jarrus done in Star Wars? As you all know, no one is ever completely done in Star Wars. We can look at an example of Darth Maul after The Phantom Menace. We saw Darth Maul brought back in the Clone Wars, and Solo: A Star Wars Story, and more. So I wouldn't say that Kanan Jarrus is done in Star Wars. Maybe this is just Freddie Prinze Jr. trying to keep the fans away in case there is something being worked on. I don't think that's the case, but I like to be positive at the end of the day, and I think it's still a possibility that we will see Kanan in the future, but I could be wrong. But comment down below if you think we'll see Kanan Jarrus come back to Star Wars in any way, shape, or form. If you enjoyed this Star Wars video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with Star Wars content just like. I hope you all have a wonderful day and hope to see you all back here for the next video on Friday. Until then, peace out.